In the depths of Egypt's recent history, a coup and subsequent massacres ignited my fascination with the emerging military regime. This fascination evolved into my new book, Egypt Under El-Sisi, A Nation on the Edge, where I delve into the unique features of Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's government. Unlike its autocratic predecessors, el-Sisi's regime stands out in two crucial ways. First, it marks the only period in modern Egyptian history under direct military rule, devoid of any balancing civilian influence. Second, the regime is fundamentally tied to mass state violence, not as a choice but as an ideological necessity, embedding repression deep within its core. Starting with the 2013 coup and the subsequent summer of massacres, the book identifies this period as the regime's foundation. It gained mass support through a narrative that painted the military as guardians of the nation, justifying brutal repression against both the Muslim Brotherhood and the secular opposition. The regime's pursuit of power led to constitutional changes, increased presidential authority, and a militarization of the state and economy. As the military secured its dominance, political violence against pro-democracy activists surged, reversing the democratic gains of 2011. With the military permeating all levels of the state and engineering parliamentary elections, the regime ventured into its most ambitious project, restructuring Egyptian capitalism. Lavish support from Gulf countries fueled debt inflows, allowing the military to expand its economic footprint and overshadow the private sector. However, the collapse of this model, triggered by a debt crisis, plunged Egypt into economic turmoil. The regime's lack of a ruling party and a weakened opposition leaves it vulnerable to civic unrest. The powerful military, driven by an insatiable appetite for power, poses a challenge for Sisi. The absence of a civilian counterbalance increases the likelihood of mass repression in response to economic crises, mirroring a Syria-like scenario. While the possibility of a mass uprising exists, the indoctrination of junior army officers into the regime's narrative complicates the potential for change. The path to long-term transformation involves a continuous struggle for an open public space, challenging the unsustainable regime model. As the witches in Macbeth foretold, the wickedness has come, and the future of Egypt, with its intricate fabric of public life, remains uncertain.